They're looking good, taking advantage of that clean, open space and that open water, carving a nice turn, rowing their own race. A little bit of a time trial for them. Big gap between them and bow marker number 2, who we can't even see yet. So unless bow marker number 2 was pokey at the start and put in and intentionally dragged their feet in their starting order, bow marker number 1, Toronto, has opened up some space.
And they're just showing their experience. They know they've got to still race against the clock. It's not over yet. They've got to continue to push all the way through to the last few strokes now, but it is quite a big gap, so they must be enjoying that.
And Chinook, bow marker number 2 out of San Diego. And so, and they're being pressed, I assume, by bow marker number 3. Looks like the colors of DC, out of Capital Rowing Club out of Washington.
Yeah, Capital's pressing hard. Chinook has had a great showing, so they are a crew that gathers folks from all over the country to come together to race. So they've got a strong crew here. They've entered several of the Masters events here today, the men and the women. Doing a nice job here, but Capital is pressing, looks to have closed a bit of that gap.
Well, a lot of Masters programs are pretty casual, but I think even if you show up with national team credentials, you don't just walk onto a club onto a boat at Capital. You've got to try out. And it shows. They're getting good results.
Bow number 4, another Canadian crew from Ottawa. They were second in this same event at the Henley Masters, so a very experienced Canadian crew from Ottawa, bow number 4, but they're going to have their hands full with the pack that's chasing them. 6 is the first to emerge, who is trying to hunt down the Ottawa crew. Bow number 6 is the Pocock Rowing Center from Seattle. And bow number 8 is pressing them from Brisbane, the University of Queensland. Bow number 8 pressing in on the bow of Pocock, the stern of the Pocock crew.
And on the inside in the red is BMA out of New York. Oh, that's the Cornell alumni.
Best men afloat. Bow number 5 in the green is the Minneapolis Rowing Club, pushed wide a bit by the crews passing here on the Elliott turn.
And on the outside is local favorites, CRI.
Yep, so.
And they've been pressed to the outside by Willamette Rowing Club out of Portland, Oregon.
So the CRI Masters 8 just having to go a bit wide as the Willamette crew demands the inside of the buoy line, but both crews got nice clean blade work. CRI a little bit wide, but doing nicely. Willamette right on that buoy line, right where you want to be, blades over buoys. And now CRI, after being wide, is now like back on even terms almost. Very skilled there, the Willamette bow seat, which is a port seat, took a little air stroke, probably on purpose, just to help her coxswain get around that bend. They want the buoy line. The port bow had to ease up. Usually a starboard bow is what you want in the head of the Charles, so they had to make some adjustments there. CRI charging, now trying to gain back a little bit of ground. You can hear people cheering for CRI. Red on red, right through the arch.
I know what you're talking about, Ellen, as a bow man who's rowed this race in a sweep race a few times. You're on death's door, but that coxswain says, "You need to give me 10 or we'll hit the bridge."
All right, and bow number 11 is from East Bay. That's Oakland, California crew. Nobody in front of them. They're in the high-vis hats there. East Bay, Oakland, California. Abby Resnick, Denise Martini, Jolie Krakauer, Annie Mudge, Carla Jordan, Erin Griffith, Christina Jenkins, Stella Sidia, and Pauline Velez from East Bay. Bow number 15 is moving up well in the field, nobody to tangle with, and that is from Austin, Texas, the Texas State champions, ready to return and see how they do here on the Charles. Kate Hart, Lee Austin, Kim Weinberg, Heather Jo Boyso, Rachel Berman, Kelly Garrett, Victoria Ozimek, Camille Joby, and Sarah Boland from Austin. Bow number 15.
And coming around the bend now is bow marker number 13, which is Zelak out of San Diego, California. Zelak is celebrating their 125th year. This is a special boat they've put together as it's the oldest women's club in the world. They hope to win an automatic bid for their 126th year. For the Charles, that is.
We got a big pack coming up next. Bow number 12 is the first to emerge from Quinsigamond Rowing Club out in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. They're in the green blades. Right on the buoy line in the blue blades is 22. Bow number 22. That is College Club of Seattle. Bow number 19 in the middle there. Bow number 19 is Riverfront Recapture.
And between them is bow marker number 16, Wilmington, out of Delaware. Oh, sorry, 16 is on the outside, Wilmington. And on the inside, in the orange, is the Fat Cat Rowing Club, bow marker number 21. Followed by bow marker number 17 in blue, which is Avalon out of Washington, D.C. And bow marker number 14 in the white caps and the blue blades is Greater Lawrence. And bringing up that group in the signature orange colors is Albany Rowing Club.
Well, this is a fantastic battle out in front. We've had bow number 12 having to ease off on the port side to make the turn. That's Quinsigamond having to make the turn. Little contact with Fat Cat and bow number 19, Riverfront Recapture. Everybody looks pretty clean right now, though. Bow number 17 sneaking by. That's Avalon in the Empauker. Bow 16 nearest the Cambridge Boat Club is Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. Greater Lawrence now out in front, holding off bow number 20 from Albany. Greater Lawrence, Linda Pettit, Liz Deers, Maisie Stewart, Claire Levy, Gail Wolford, Ann Spires, and Rebecca HOCR. Go Greater Lawrence.
And chasing this group is the Gentle Giant crew out of Somerville, Mass.
We've got some Giants fans here on the Cambridge Boat Club deck. Let's go, Gentle Giant. Friend of the regatta, friend of community rowing, friend of all your moving needs, Gentle Giant.
Friend of my back. I've hired them for my last two moves.